Demak, part 1 savollarni discuss qilishda davom etamiz va keyingi mavzuyimiz bu home and decoration mavzusi ekan. Home and decoration. So, birinchi savolimiz: what color would you choose to paint the walls of your room? What color would you choose to paint the walls of your room? Ya'ni qanaqa rangda bo'yagan bo'lardingiz? I would probably use white color because I like white color, and the reason why I would choose white color is because it reflects the sunlight and it makes the room bright, and you don't always have to turn on the lights when you have the walls painted in white because it becomes naturally lit. So, and I mean, it's much more pleasant than other colors to look at, and it makes the room really bright. What color would you never use in your home? Well, the color that I would never use in my home would probably be pink, because pink is like, girls' color. I mean, I don't think it would be right thing to do to paint the walls, or in this color, because it's too bright. I think it's too bright and it makes you feel tired. If you look at this color for a long time, it would make you feel really tired. Can you describe the place where you live? Well, the place where I live is located very close to the city center. It's quite populated place. There are lots of people living in the area. I live in the apartment and second floor, and I mean it's a nice place to live because we have all the things that we need. Like we have supermarkets around, we have school, we have kindergarten, and it's very easy to get to my work from where I live. So it's very convenient. It takes me around like 10 minutes to cycle to my work. Now, what kind of housing accommodation do you live in? As I said, I live in an apartment. It's a 3-bedroom flat. It's a 3-room flat, and I really like my house. It's quite comfortable, and it's not too high. It's just on the second floor. It's easy to get to my house, to my flat actually. So yeah, I like it. Next question is, what do you like about your flat? Well, the thing that I like about my flat is that we have separate rooms. We have 3 rooms, and we're separate. And because I have kids, they can play in other rooms, and I can do my work in my own room. So privacy is something that I like in my flat. So you can have really peaceful place if you close the door, so you can concentrate on your job, and you won't be distracted by kids playing around. What do you like? Which room does your family spend most of the time in? Well, which room? So I think we spend most of the time in the kitchen because as I work and my wife works and kids go to kindergarten, we don't have much time to get together, and usually the time that we come together is in the kitchen when we have like breakfast, dinner, and sometimes lunch. So this is like the time when we can talk to each other and share our ideas. So, and we tend to spend time together in the kitchen, eating together. Now, what can you see from the windows where you live? Well, if you look outside from the windows of my flat, you can see a playground, kids playing around, and you can also see trees, and there's a parking lot as well. You can see cars. You can't see the road because it's like in the middle of other apartments, so they block the view of the road, which is good because they also block the noise as well. So if you just look outside, you can see trees and playground and cars and people, and sometimes. And do you prefer living in a house or a flat? Now, if I were to choose, I would probably choose to live in a house, because living in a house is much more convenient than living in a flat, because flat is more like you know, you're restricted. You have restricted space, but when you live in a house, it's more spacious. You can do some gardening. You can, you know, plant some things if you want to. You can plant some flowers. So you have more like opportunities to, you know, to engage in outdoor activities if you have a house. But in the flat, you don't have this chance, I think. Now, I would like to change the wallpapers of my flat, of my flat, and I mean I would choose different color, different style, because we moved into already pre-made, you know, renovated house. We didn't have to renovate it ourselves, and we couldn't change the wallpapers yet. But maybe in the future, I would change the color of the wallpapers, the style, and I would just choose a different wallpaper. What do you dislike about your flat? Now, something that I dislike about my flat is the neighbors, actually. I wouldn't say we have very good relationship with our neighbors. I don't know, maybe they're not really sociable people, and I mean, I didn't have a good impression about them because we moved in like in previous months, and you know, they were not really welcoming. So I would probably would love to have different kinds of neighbors. I was expecting to have, but okay. Okay, demek anışlardan ibaret edi home and decoration mavzusi. Keyingi mavzuyimiz art mavzusi ekan.